everybody, it's Ashley from the Candle Collective, and I'm bringing you a video today all about that holiday, 'tis the season vibe. Or I'm trying to sprinkle it in, I guess. My name is Ashley, I'm a serial entrepreneur, and all the nuts and bolts of it is I like to talk marketing and business, along with a lot of strategy sprinkled in, and I'm layering it on the cake of my candle business that I started back in 2020, a year that we're all very familiar with. For the intents and purposes of today's video, I am planning to release this in the thick of the holiday season when you guys are probably way too busy to be watching this and before my account goes a little dormant because I just need to rest and recover. But I wanted to just share with you guys what my plan of attack was for the holiday season and how I was hoping to strategize where I was going to really go full throttle with my candle business and in areas that I was starting to pull back. And just for context, I am filming this in October of 2023. It is pertaining to all of November and December events for 2023 as well as my releases and things like that. So a little bit of context is Q4 for my business is the bread and butter. Without the exact numbers in front of me, it's about 65 to 70% of my entire year's income. And so I really go full throttle with this Q4 season. And with that, markets are a huge part of my business. I can link the video where I talk about this a lot of how I have kind of broken out the different pieces of income for my business, because that is helpful context to either watch now and then come back to this video, or to just watch at the end of this, just so you kind of know what I'm relaying this information about. But markets are a huge piece of my business. And if you've been watching my videos, in 2022, my whole thing was any event that I could be a part of within reason that made sense, I was going to say yes to. And with the holiday season being such a, microphone on, if you will, type of season, I decided to really do as much as I could. And this year I decided to kind of scale back a little bit on local events, because I have noticed that my business is doing great locally, but I'm almost cannibalizing my business of sorts. And stick with me. I have such a great presence in retail locations here in my local area, and I'm so thankful for that, which is why I will not be doing retail in my local area anytime soon. There's just no need for me to add that overhead, because I have so many retail partners that I just want to continue strengthening that relationship with. I do a lot of local markets, which is a great little boost and pop up, and I'll bring candles that maybe I'm not selling in retailers across the local market, just for marketing collateral for me to be like, hey, I've got this special candle. There's an incentive for you to come to the market, vis-a-vis, so on and so forth. But the local market pop-ups are really advantageous for me, because then I'm like, hey, I'm here, you can meet the maker sort of thing. If people care about that shit, I don't know if they do, but sometimes they do, and I like to connect with the people. It's a really nice, curated, focused event. I show up, one and done, voila. Now with the holiday markets last year, I was like, I want to be everywhere. I want to do all of them on a local effort. I did one out-of-state market last year, and it was around the fall season. So the fall season was great because fall candles are alive and well, and I think that helped strengthen the numbers. But I kind of went into that event hoping that it would be holiday numbers. And that was a big learning curve for me. Fall numbers are very different than holiday numbers. Holiday numbers and holiday markets are it's crunch time, it's go. I've got to get Aunt Peggy a candle and I have no time to waste. Whereas fall is I'm here, 'tis the season, I've got my seasonal pumpkin, I got my hat, my boots, meh. There's still an urge to be seasonally based and want to, indulge in the candle loving spirit, but it's not crunch time, we got to go, bye, bye, bye. So I learned that the hard way. So that way this year I did not do the out-of-state fall market. I scaled back a little bit on the fall markets, and I'm really going full throttle again on the holiday. Meaning I am doing 2 out-of-state markets, 2 back-to-back weekends this year. And let's just all say a little prayer for your girl, because I get overwhelmed and overstimulated very easily, so we'll see how that goes. So that's my plan this year. I'm obviously still going to do the local markets, but I'm not doing the same exact ones as last year unless they hit my numbers where my hourly average made sense. I, as you know, on this channel, don't share a lot of nuts and bolts or, dollars and cents with you guys because it's all apples and oranges. And in most cases, it's like apples and eggplants, if you ask me, because it doesn't make sense. Everybody's business is different. And usually those videos leave me feeling like I'm not doing enough, and that's the worst feeling in the world. What I do, though, to find that number is I take an average of all of my markets that I do in a season, and I will average them out based on how much I've made in total, how much I pay out to my employees that help me during those events, and then how much is like my hourly take home, and then I find that average between my lowest and my highest. And then that's what I really want to be making an hourly rate of. And if those markets that I did last year didn't come close to that hourly rate, and I always keep diligent notes, just like I do with my candle testing, like was there inclement weather? Was there an event the day before that maybe made people tired that they didn't show up? Was it marketed appropriately? So on and so forth. I look at all of those factors, and then that's what makes me decide if I'm going to put my time and energy into that event this year. So I have had a full schedule as of July this year, pretty much. There were some event organizers that I was even knocking down the door of to be like, hey, we loved your event last year. Do you have your dates on the calendar? And they're like, chill, girl, it's July. And I'm like, nah, girl, I don't chill. My point being is that I chilled a bit more on the fall events this year because I went into them last year thinking it's fall season. They were going to pay the bills like the holiday ones. I kept the good ones, sifted out the ones that were a bit slower, saved my time and energy and my heart. And now I'm diving full-fledged into holiday ones that are tried and true, built into my budget. And I'm adding in a layer of out-of-state ones simply because I do see where I am maybe tapping a threshold in my market of people that are just candle lovers of my business, which I'm so thankful for. This is a great problem to have. But, maybe they're already shopping at the retailers. Maybe they've already picked up the sales online or whatever I do on my release days. And they're like, hey, I love seeing you at this market, but I just simply don't need your candles. I've already got my candle closet stocked with your candles. Wonderful problem to have. Now my strategy is I'm going out of state because I want to meet a brand new slew of people that have absolutely no idea who the hell I am, what the heck my candle business is, and I just want to start from scratch because those sales numbers are more worth it to me at this point than meeting that sales quota again. Like, it's better for me to make the expense. It's better for me to go and kind of have a shot in the dark, hope for the best, go against other candle companies in that area, and not against them. That sounds so like, It's not even about that at the end of the day. People are going to buy what they like, and people can buy multiple candles. That's like totally fair. But it's better for me to take that risk out of state and just start from scratch than it is for me to just kind of like grind through some of the markets that are here in town. And I don't know if you guys have been feeling this, but I just got off the phone with another small business owner who is like my business bestie in this. And we were talking about doing a little event around the holiday season, just because I like to bring people into my maker space. And it's interesting because there are just so many events in our area. And I actually think people are getting like fatigued by the just onslaught of just all of these events at every angle. I mean, and people are like, oh, well, come out. We've got this event and it's like 5 long hours and, we'll have a DJ. And honestly, a DJ would be nice. Half of them don't even have that. But, we've got this, we've got that. And, we're setting up all these vendors and it's kind of been played out. And so I don't know. I would love to hear from you guys. Like, if you guys are feeling that, where the public is maybe getting exhausted by the overly used pop-up market circuit, and that there just needs to be something new. And this video right here in this moment at this timestamp is where your girl is already thinking of another business experience, model, something that's going to happen, because I just see it in my town. My town is not huge. Like, we are not a major metropolitan area. We are very community driven. We are very small business focused, and I love that, and I always want to highlight it, but I don't want to overdo it. And I feel like this setup has just been exhausted. And I'm talking outside of like farmers markets or things that are like tried and true, every Saturday, a weekly event that works. I'm talking about the ones that are like, this month we're doing our Saturday pop-up, and it's bleh. I don't know. I'm definitely drawing this out, but you know, there shouldn't be 17 pop-up market events with 5 to 6 vendors all the time. Like, it's played out. And so that's where you guys need to be strategic in your holiday market events, because you need to make sure that this event works for you. These things are exhausting and they're time consuming, and they take a lot of marketing on our behalf, along with all the products that we're trying to like pitch and share and promote. And so I will link the video that I've talked about before of like how to pick a successful pop-up market event. Hopefully that'll help you guys in your strategy this holiday season. Hopefully it's not too late. There's always a market to pick from, whether it's an hour away from you, whether it's 3 hours away from you, or whether it's 11 hours away from you, which is where I am hightailing it off to this holiday season, because I'm crazy. I like to mix it up a bit. I'd love to hear your feedback on this video. I would love to hear your feedback on what you're doing with your event market strategy going into this 2023 holiday season. And we've got a lot happening at my business in the next few weeks, so I am going to take a little hiatus, and then I'll be back with all brand new content in 2024, which just breaks my brain. And if you guys didn't see my last video, I was talking all about planning 2024 and tips and tricks and things that I use, like those downloadable prints that I use. I'll link that video here too. I've said that a lot. That's kind of annoying. But how I am going into the 2024 season to try and reduce my overwhelm and like really strategically like focus my energy and my efforts, goal setting and planning, so that I can like be as focused as I can be, still have that creative piece of my brain, and not just be exhausted going into the year. Hopefully that helps you guys as well. I think that's all I had to say today. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. If you haven't yet subscribed, you know that I'm not going to be mad about that. And let's see you next time. Bye-bye.